Hi y'all, it's Angie from Canterbury Trails Farm. Today has been a dull day. For some of you know that I sell dolls, vintage and antique dolls and doll clothes, mostly doll clothes, on eBay. For Valentine's Day, you know, most chicks want diamonds and that kind of stuff. I wanted this, and this is a late 1890s to about 1910 steamer trunk, doll steamer trunk, and it's full of antique and vintage doll clothes. I've been waiting anxiously for it to get here. It was supposed to actually be delivered on Valentine's Day, but it got delayed, and so here we are today. So where most chicks, like I said, want diamonds and stuff, I want old doll clothes. So let me get this box open. It's pretty big. Clean up really well. A little bit of wood oil and this will look really great. Okay, so happy so far. Alright, so here we go. It's full. Look at this, people. This is full of doll clothes and shoes. And these, I want to go right to these because this is one of the things that I was, I couldn't tell. If someone knows, and I might have to reach out and ask a few people that I know are experts. They're stamped. Looks like a D and an E. It's like Old English font. It's an F and a G. I might have a heart attack. But they are very well made. I'm going to say that partially made on a machine, but you know, that doesn't, they might be if they're reproductions, it doesn't really matter because they're really nice reproductions. And they're leather. Anyway, that, so they are reproductions, but I don't know. We'll have to investigate. So I'm going to put those up. There's another pair of boots that I also saw. These are also marked the same mark. Alright, what do we have here? Doll dress. This is definitely old. Looks like a child's dress or a child's shirt or baby gown. Very sweet. Alright, this was, I was pretty sure this was a reproduction. Whenever you see these were popular in the 70s. They came out in the 50s, you'd see them, but most of the time they were on nightwear. The fabric, the way everything was sewn, it just made me, this was a reproduction. This I saw, I knew for sure this was not an antique. You can just tell, one, this whole fabric, the plaid, gingham, whatever you want to call it, and the hearts, this is very 90s country. Don't have a lot of old stuff so far here. Okay, here we go. This is a woman's blouse. Hand and machine embroidered, sewn, sorry, not embroidered. This is probably from the Edwardian era, 1900, 1910. Very pretty. Okay, this is one that looked old, and I was trying to blow up pictures. You can tell from the inside. So the way they used to line them in the old days, they would put the pieces together and sew them. Let me show you how we do it now. We sew the liner. And this is a perfect example, this one. You sew the liner and then you put it both wrong sides together, you know, right sides together. You sew it and turn it inside out, and then you have a one piece. It's like there's no raw edges. So that's how we do it now. But back in for the most part, I mean, I've seen some very well done pieces that were sort of like that, but because of all the boning and darts and everything, usually that's not how they did it. So, and this one has hooks. That's always a good side. So this is definitely older. You can also usually tell from the lining fabrics. Today, when we line things with fabric that's almost as nice as the outside. In the olden days, they would often use rougher fabrics that you wouldn't, that are cheaper, that you'd economize on your lining fabric. And it's cotton, so it's not a synthetic. And very neat detailing with the gathering on the front. So, machine sewn with hand stitched hem with very tiny stitches. That's in the keep pile. And I only keep it, I have Flora Rose, who is a 16 inch, and I have Violet Simone, who is 19 inch, and then I have a Kessner, who is 29 inches. And then I have a very, very old, turn of the century, like 1900, 1910. She was like a store mannequin doll. She's stuffed with straw. She is about 36 inches, I think. So I have, those are my antiques. Everything else is like 30s and 50s in my collection. So if it doesn't fit, it will be resold. So, all right, this is older, not modern. I'm gonna say 50s, possibly 40s. It's probably gonna be a long video, y'all. Alright, so I've got vintage shoes, these little blue ones. They're just sort of standard. They could be older, but I'm gonna say probably 40s, 30s, 40s, 50s. These are very nice. These could be anywhere from 1900 and 1930. I'll have to get in there and dig around and see if I can find something on the inside. That actually, I think, goes with something. It seemed like it had something matching it, and I'm going to say this is a reproduction. The filter. Now, this is older. This is real old. This is neat. I hope this has something that matches it. This is probably a reproduction. All right, what do we have here? Oh, this is beautiful. Pretty. Little girl's dress. Wow. Trying to figure out how it goes here. What I'm going to end up doing with this is saving it for a granddaughter, because it's definitely too big for my dolls, but this is just, the lace is really just gorgeous lace. So this is probably from 1900, 1910. Very, very, very 90s. What's next? I'm a fan of the pinning of things. This is definitely a repro. Alright, what we got here? Oh. Okay, at first glance, it looks like it's a christening gown, but it is not. This is a woman's chemise or nightgown. And it has the broad, this is like, I'm going to put this Civil War era, maybe earlier. It has the broad, you probably know what I mean. If I can find a picture of it, I'll stick one in the video here, but it would come like right at the ends of your shoulders. You see a lot of China head dolls with these kind of styles. This is very old. Very, very old. This is very gorgeous. And it's probably going to have significant resale value once I get it cleaned up. Little girl's dress. This is probably 70s. Okay, this is a reproduction someone has made. Just a little suit. Doilies. Which is fine. They're not my... I love doilies, but I have certain looks that I like. I'm not a fan of this kind, but these are very nice. So these will go on a different resale pile, because I also sell other stuff in addition. I sell vintage antique stuff. This is a curtain panel, and has teddy bears on it. Oh, no, I take that back. It's a tablecloth with teddy bears on it. Teddy bears and horses. This is very 90s. Doll dress. You can also always tell when they're old when you have drawstrings because there's no elastic. This is gorgeous. I don't think it's going to fit. I think it's going to be too small for my Kestner, and it isn't the right. My Violet is a lady doll, so it wouldn't be the right. This is a little girl's dress, but very, very pretty. This I saw and was sort of wishing it's like a one-piece dress, and I might still be able to repair that because I think this will fit Violet, and it's sort of like a day dress, like you would wear this at home, and this is a bustle back like the 1890s. So, right, what we got here? This is probably a little boy's dress or coat. It's more of a coat. This is probably Victorian, Edwardian era. I say it's usually boys. You can usually tell the boys. They have a lot of the belts, the back belts and front belts, and the colors, and it's not ornate in any way. There's no lace or anything. This is very cute. Resale. This is just a child's dress, and this looks like, I don't know, that looks like, it doesn't even look like an antique, so, that's cute. Looks modern. You can also tell the way the hems. We do smaller hems, hems in like 20s, 30s, even up to the 50s. They were usually about an inch, 2 inches. So it's just a little. So far, it's been a mix. There's more. I'm waiting to get to the thing that I really want. Okay, this was. It looks like it was part of a little girl's chemise. Older with drawstrings, but I might be able to fix this and make it a camisole for my Kestner opal videos. Alright, we have doll collar. We have some white, some pantaloons, because there's a lot of hand sewing on there. Sometimes people do, I mean, like when I try to sew, I try to make it as real as possible. Alright, we got a pair of long hosiery for children. This is very nice. This is wool. Telltale sign of wool, you can always see the little holes. You know, if it's not been taken care of. This has all been hand done. A lot of work, you can tell it's hand done. It's one of the ones, the reason why I got this. And I'm hoping it is the antique. I think it is. Certainly looks like it to me, and the fabric definitely looks old. The way it's sewn definitely looks old. It's a bustle back, so this is going to be your 1890s. Oh my goodness, this is amazing. This, I mean, it looks like it's rough right now, but this was probably worth just the whole cost of what I had to pay for all of this, or what my husband paid. It was my Valentine's gift, but just this by itself is worth the price. And this is really, really good. It might be a little big. Had at one point a cording that would have drawn up the. This might even fit. Now I'm looking at it. My Kestner, she's thin through the top. It might. We'll have to see. To see that. Look at that. Look at that bustle back. Just love it. Isn't that great? Okay, I'm excited about that one. Alright, this goes with the one from the 50s. It's the cape. Some of that stuff. And it could go around that way, or it could just be a cape, but it definitely goes together. Alright, we have it's a petticoat. It's almost a felt. Actually, it looks sort of like a liner, like that you would use like on a top of a bed skirt or something. I have seen some of these fabrics in some sewn in to make like the puff sleeves stay up from like around the 1900s, but I'm not sure about that. That's on my to be researched pile there. Ah, this could be a little boy's dress. This is definitely a repro. I can tell right away. The lace is synthetic. I can just tell the cotton. You can tell the cotton. You can't get cotton like they used to use anymore. You can tell. You can see through it. It's just it has a different hand to it. If you are a sewer, you know what I'm talking about. And you just can't buy the old cotton anymore. All right, this is I'm going to say 20s and 30s. Little baby doll, baby doll, bonnet and dress. Very cute. Not sure. Most of my dolls are girl dolls, F&B and the Patsy family, and most of them are from the 30s, and then I have Shirley's. This is a repro, I can tell right away. What we got here? This is old. Doll slip. Judging from the style, 30s, possibly 40s. Alright, what we have here, repro, pretty, but I wonder what this went to. Maybe we'll find something else. Maybe it went to some doll. Doll? Yep, it's a doll coat. And that might fit Opal. Might be too small. I don't know, we'll see. It might end up on the resale pile. It looks like the bonnet may have been made out of a different fabric than the coat part, but this is probably 1900s to 1920s. Got another. I hope a minute. Alright, let's see. It definitely looks old in this wool. Okay. Doll outfit. Let's see what we got. We got multiple pieces here. Okay. We have a cotton slip. This yeah, matching. Oh, yeah. I don't know if you can see that on camera, but it has a very light, it's faded print of sprigs of flowers. It's hand embroidered. Look how tiny those are. Yes, this is awesome. I don't know if I have a doll that fits it, but we'll see. What we have here. This looks like the 1970s, 1960s. When you get these big lots, you'll see things like that. Oh, that's cute. Little combination. 1920s, 1930s doll. I definitely have something that can fit into that. That's really cute. It's a little fancy one. You don't like the Shirley Temple ones. Never have lace. They just. Oh wow! Look at the. Mama did embroidery around it. Made it a little fancier. That's really nice. Older doll slip. Oh yes. Love the whites. These are all. Any doll would have tons of these. For one thing, the little girls. This is one of the easiest things to make. And so you would start off making hankies and chemises and lots of petticoats because they were easy to make. And a little girl could start sewing on that, learning how to make those. This, I want to say, is a pro. Okay, we have some, these are old. These are split pants, split bottom pantaloons. It looks like someone may have either made them longer or replaced damaged parts, or they could have married two pieces together. But it's here. Oh, that one's really pretty. Look at that fabric. It has like a little weave to almost like a waffle, but I really like that. I might just have just a little baby jacket. Oh, another one. Really happy with all the whites. One thing, when I get a lot of the whites, it saves me from having to make, I mean, I like making them, but then I can go right to the fun stuff, which is the outside stuff, making them for my dolls. This one is a bigger doll size. Let's see. Which might fit Opal. Wow. This ruffle down here is really nice. That's nice. Let's see what we got. This, oh, okay, this went with, that is a repro. It's a nicer repro. The net is soft, but it's a repro, but it's nicer. I mean, you know, maybe there'd be something to go with it. Okay, this is another one of the ones that caught my eye. Alright, this is, this is probably on a big China head doll. Again, Civil War earlier. The wide, I have to look that up. It's the wide, wide neckline. Very wide. Look at this. Wow. And there's another sign that you can usually tell antique. They'll have, might be not have the right term, but it's like a kick panel you would put to protect the inside of your skirt. It would usually like a rough fabric, rough cotton, sometimes more like almost like a denim. Sometimes it wasn't denim, but it was like a thicker tarlatan, or it just, and it would be all around the inside of the skirt. And the reason why is when women walked on the streets, most of the streets were not paved. It was muddy, and this protected your skirt, and you could rip this out and replace it, and it would protect the finer fabric of the skirt. Here's like a tarlatan on here, and that gives it more weight. So this is like a calico. It's cotton. We've got some shredding, but I can fix that with a panel on the inside. Wonderful pleats in the front, which again, some shredding, but I can probably stabilize it from the inside. Here's a good example of what I was saying about using the less expensive cotton inside. You can see it's all hand sewn. All hand sewn. In fact, I think this whole dress is hand sewn. The entire dress. I'm not seeing any machine stitching. Oh, it has a pocket. Oh my goodness, it has a pocket. Oh my god. Yeah, I think this is, let me see. I'm just trying to find the one seam. There we go. Nope, it's entirely hand sewn. So this is an entirely hand sewn doll dress. Very, very old. 1830s to 1860s maybe. And I'll have to look at the fabric. Sometimes you can date the fabric. The fact that this fabric has like a floral and this like geometric, it's an unusual combination, so I might be able to find documentation. That is amazing. That's just so amazing. And that is one of the things that caught my eye. That and the green suit are the things that caught my eye to begin with. This is another little doll dress. Very cute. Definitely older. And there's some matching ribbon that goes with that. This goes to, what was it? Was it this? Yes, our little repro set. Oh, this is really cute. And this is old. And we have a little sailor. It almost looks like it's a bathing costume, or no, it's not. It doesn't have pants. It has a skirt. Oh my goodness, look how old this is. It is a fabric covered button, a front dicky, very popular from Victorian era to, again, 1915, 1912, boy and girl. Oh, just darling. Just darling, look at that. Okay, what we have here. Snaps are not ordinarily a good sign. This, oh wait, got a Lucille's doll fashion. Well, Lucille, you almost fooled me. This one was the other thing I think is old. So this is one of the ones, I was able to blow this one up. Some of his pictures, he had them like they were sort of thrown. And some of them I could see the insides, and some of them I couldn't. And he didn't seem like he had a lot of time to send me any more pictures, so he told me what he could. This is definitely old. Not a child, yep, it's dull. Glass buttons. Side of the trunk. Got a little bit of water damage right here, but that's easily covered up. So, okay, I didn't see this. Look here, let me see if I can get closer. See faintly on the, let's see inside the trunk here. So it needs a little work. It has these really pretty medallions. There you go, there's some light. It's like a I can't tell. It's a paper. I had to look at the hole right there. It's like a lithograph paper. So it's printed paper that's been glued to the trunk. And this was undoubtedly a doll trunk, not a child's trunk. A child's trunk would have still been a little bigger. So this is like a doll-sized trunk. It might have been, could have been a kid's, but I'm going to say this is a doll trunk just by the size of it. The length of it would be just about what you would have for a 19 to 20-inch doll with the long dresses, the trains and everything. So I don't see. Sometimes you get lucky and you'll find a little stamp or a glued on piece of paper that has a company. But very happy about that. Okay, so that was my Valentine's doll trunk full of old doll clothes, and so we ended up with a 1830s women's chemise that will probably pay for this whole thing once I get it cleaned up. This pile is my keep. These piles were all repros, but are still can still be sold, and someone will be really appreciative of those. I have a very beautiful Edwardian woman's blouse that is to be determined what I'm going to do with it. I have a few mystery pieces that I need to do some research. But overall, I'm very, very happy with that very early 1830s hand-sewn doll dress, and then that green and black suit, bustle back suit, which I just saw a similar suit sell on eBay for $268. So pretty ecstatic about that. It needs a lot of cleanup and some stabilization, but I think it's going to be very pretty. Now, will it fit my dolls? I hope so. On some of them, if it's just a little bit of a size difference, I can take a few tucks in it or just cleverly disguise that it's bigger, but we'll see. Some of it will end up, all that will end up on the resale pile once it's cleaned up and ironed and ready to go and mended. What this went to, the 1890s doll hat, very neat. It's silk. But I don't think we found what it goes to, but that's okay. I can find something that's a nice color to go with everything. We'll find something good for it to go with, but I'm very excited. So this was my little Valentine's doll steamer trunk full of doll clothes, and thank you for joining us. I know this is probably a pretty long video, but if you like old things in old trunks, then I guess this was for you. I hope I got a lot of the things on there. I'll try to take pictures too in case I was waving it around too much. I was trying to not, but I was pretty excited, so So I'll take some pictures too, and we'll put those up. I'll take pictures of the good stuff. I'm not going to take a picture of all the repro pile, but of the other stuff. So this has been Canterbury Trails Farm with my Valentine's Day gift. I hope you enjoyed the excitement of unboxing it like I did. Bye!